What's up, everybody? I'm Nova coming at you with another one. Request to have a look at i3 Energy or ITE on the TSX exchange. And we're just looking left at a split at roughly the price that we are just coming back to find support. Normally, after a split, we look at a 50% drop, but this split is weird. And we came all the way down to half a cent. Too bad I didn't see this earlier. Anyway, major gap up. Not sure what caused that. Feel free to comment if you know. And we had a bit of accumulation and then a pop. This thing went supernova and major sell off, right? So pump and dump. We're still showing lower highs, but we're showing higher lows. And if you look at the history, this is quite a fair bit of volume compared to looking left on the weekly. I mean, that was that, what was this? 27 million shares in a week, but look at the size of that wick. That is major down pressure. So the odds of this going up, we're going to be not in the odds, not in the favor. And now we're at the point where we're arguing for a move to the upside. I'm feeling bearish with regards to this. There is less selling, and we're starting this week as a buy, but I mean, it's anybody's guess as to where we're going to close this week. I do want to say we're going to come back down and test this area. So anywhere from, let me stretch it out, from 13 to 15 cents first. We're just in this triangle here, like so. And we have the 20-week as support for the future, and it's kind of like in that intersection. So if we don't go below this, I think we'll touch 15 at least, and then the 20 will be here. The 20 and the 15 intersect at the beginning of May, so it could be that this thing consolidates until then. And on the daily, we've tested the 50. It showed support. We're testing the 50 again. It's showing support. The compression will continue. This thing will probably round off. And we're very close to that bounce. So I don't know if this will be a double bottom. But if we do see green, I think we may see resistance along this tangent. And then hopefully find a higher low yet again. So it could be, this is a bit messy, but maybe 1, 2 bounces and then a possible breakout, at which point I would probably be looking at this multiplier as future resistance. So we could probably turn that off. So the price of the 350 moving average times 5 might be the next destination or pullback. Need the money flow index down a little lower, down around bounce territory. We're almost there, but not quite. IPO MACD, what are you saying? Well, we're above the zero cross, so that's, one of my rules. It's good as long as we don't go below the zero cross. Can't quite, I don't see any divergence. I'm not very good at spotting that stuff anyway. We are approaching a momentum support. If we look left, that's kind of like support, and everything seems to point towards support and a possible bounce in the future. These lower Cretaceous Captain Sands? What the heck is that? That's got to be out in what, Alberta or something? Anyway, yeah, even TradingView says we're neutral. But I do like the fact that the volume stepped up. So the argument is to get ready. What else? We'll go to bars. So I would watch the 50. What's the half day look like? That usually gives us a glimpse of what's going down. And that was a support on the 111. 111 is right in that intersection where we were looking. I do like the 200 approaching here as well. So it's kind of in line. Might even move that down a little bit more, give us a bit of a cushion. 1 hour. Excuse me. I don't like that we're sitting on the 200 there, but the 200 is a major support line. So if we go below the 200, this is on hourly, so it could be a bit bearish for a while, and that means it may drag out a little longer. But if you look at the hourly, that support line is way off into the future, so somewhere between split the difference. Yeah, and for beginning of May, end of April, I think. Yeah, that's about it. It's got potential. I don't like this because that screams pump and dump to me. So it's good if you want the volatility and you want to do flipping. So if you like the company, flip half and hold half, flip so that your shares become free. So yeah, essentially we're in a range of compression, right? So lower highs, higher lows. At one point, someone's going to win the argument. I want to say the argument to the upside will be lost first, and we will test lower first, but it will look like possibly a breakout to the upside, and then it'll go the other way down to here before we continue this trend, which technically is up. So long-term support trend line is way down here. So we'll turn off the rabbit hole. So essentially that's what I see. We could see the breakdown, a bounce here. That would be 3 touches. That would confirm this trend line, at which point we'll see maybe resistance here, and then come down, touch here, and then find this trend line as resistance because it was previous support. And then we'll start to see that consolidation as we go up. I think that's what's going to happen with I3. We will have to wait and see what the volume tells us, but the volume's dropping off, so I'm thinking price is going to break down. Let's go full screen. We shall do this. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Actually, let me turn off APO MACD so we see true colors. And that is what I'm looking at. So what? So possibly that. This should be support. So maybe it'll be something similar to that, I think is what we are looking at. We'll see how it plays out. Now it could go, this could break out and go to the upside. I just don't feel it quite yet. right? I think we're going to be on a lower tangent, and let's do Ganfan. Just occurred to me. I don't see any support happening there. Oh, that's interesting. Bounce, breakthrough up to here. So price from here to here. That's that pattern that I'm always talking about. And then compression of all the support lines, and then maybe we'll start moving up. So I'm thinking this is the tangent we might be watching, or possibly this one. But right now, let's just watch for this line and see if we see support on that. So delete. That, I think, is what we've got in a nutshell. And this will be major resistance in the future. So, we could run up to here, and then maybe the support line for the handle, if we cut this, will be around 30 cents. If this is going to continue up again, that would be the bounce, but that is way into the future. We're just looking at this here. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. And that's it. Feel free to comment. If you know anything about this I3, let us know as well. Trade safe.